with it, man. Hey, today we're going to be watching some CeeDee Lamb one-on-ones. I'm a D1 wide receiver at the University of Wyoming. I play corner too. I played safety for a bit. So I got a little bit of experience and I'm excited to see what we learn from CeeDee Lamb. He's a little bit of a bigger receiver, but he's super fundamentally sound too. Like, I love his routes in and out of the breaks, especially at the catch point. Let's break down some routes and see what we can learn from him. All right, let's get into the video. First rep, off man coverage. Well, now it looks like 37's playing some sort of zone, actually. CeeDee Lamb pushes up vertical. That's a good route. I like that. You see, you really got to commit with your eyes and hips on this break. See how he looked back with the quarterback? His eyes looking back? That's what sold it. So then when he comes back underneath, he got him falling too. It's a good route. And out in. Hold on, let me look at that release. You see, like, my favorite part about his releases too is, like, look how truly square he is to the line of scrimmage. When he get this jab with this right foot, the DB isn't going to know where to do. You freeze him, now all of a sudden you can accelerate out of the break, get the catch, see what you can do after the catch with it. Bet. Off man, you can tell because the DB is looking straight at him. You know what it is. They're on the outside. Bet. In, out, in. Ooh, it's a glance route. It's a good route. See, you can tell that he's worked this. This is just routes on air for him. 1, 2, 3 at the top. It's good footwork. DB. Let's look at the DB. What did he do wrong? He's looking back at the quarterback right now. My boy, you got beat. What are you looking back for? Don't look back if you got beat. This is your man. I could tell it was your man because at the start of the play, you're looking dead at him. So how come when he separates from you, now you want to look back at the quarterback? Quarterback can throw the ball to you, my boy. He's throwing it to number 88. So, yeah, it's not a good look for you. Hey, way to finish, though. You're almost there. Ooh, this is a good play. I like how he dove in at the start of this. Dive in, set it up, give yourself more space to the sideline, because by reinforcing at the start with that little dive, it gives your quarterback more space. And let's see where he caught it. See? He had an extra yard or two of space, but now it's not a toe tap catch. Whereas if he doesn't do that dive, let's see how many steps he dived in. He dived in 1, 2, 3. 3 hard steps to get in. Collision the guy, but let's see. After he caught it, he had 1, 2, 3, 4 steps. So yeah, that's literally was the difference between it being a competitive catch and a toe tap versus it just being an easy catch. Let me score. So going away from where you're ending up, just keeping your quarterback in mind is some elite level play. Ooh, I like this release too. I like this release a lot. There we go. It's a good release because, you see, once again, he splits so evenly. His hips are square. Until he absolutely has to declare the direction that he's going, he's going to make sure that he's staying as square as possible. So that way he can just continue to manipulate the DB in both ways. He's a good route runner, man. Oh, this DB again, 25. What are you doing? You're looking in the backfield. Like, your man is right here. Eye discipline is a thing for all your DBs out there. Eye discipline is definitely a thing that you should be doing. Ooh, that's a good route. Just a fade. Split. Good. Boom. That's what I want to show. You see how he got his elbow over? The best receivers that I've seen play from a receiver perspective and had to go against and cover, they are the ones that are able to anticipate the hand movement. At some point, a corner is going to get hands-on. So if you can disrupt the timing, like if I'm going for the jam and right before it comes, you can swipe it down and get it out of the way. Now you can use his arm as a little speed boost, extend the arm on him, and now that's where that yard of separation comes between number 27. I don't know who that is. Bryant? No disrespect to you, Bryant. You're a league corner. I ain't made it there yet. So respect to you, bro. It's just a better route. Good catch. Ooh, let me emphasize this too, actually. CeeDee Lamb. I like how you extend and then catch. Boom. And see how he catches the ball and turns it away from his body? So, let me go like this, actually. Can I go like that? There we go. That's what I need. I need that slow-mo, I just figured it out. So, boom, catch, turn it away from your body. Now you can 1, 2, stay in bounds. Whereas if you catch it here and stay, you give the DB a chance to be able to punch through that pocket. So don't even give him a chance to do so. CeeDee Lamb comes out to the edge. It's 1, 2, 3. Ooh, that's a good route. Ooh, that's a really good route. Ooh, peep that at the end, though. See, like, okay, so he comes off this motion, 1-2-3 slant, sells the slant with his eyes. And DBs, you see, I was talking about poor eye discipline earlier on, but honestly, though, a lot of DBs are taught when the receiver looks back, I'm going to look back too. Do I believe that? Not if you're not in position. I think you have to be in position to look back, but hey, all for it. But then when he makes this break, because this DB was looking back and had his eyes in the backfield, that's going to give CeeDee Lamb more time. But what I really want you to know is this. He catches the ball, and he's not even looking at this high safety, and he knows to juke before contact is even made. He must have keyed pre-snap that there's going to be a high safety coming to replace over the top on the slant and go route. It's a good route, man. I like that tempo from him. And there's that push off again. You see how he extended that left arm? Man, he's good at using his body in the air and controlling his body while it's in the air. A lot of guys, like, they'll have the problem of jumping. Oh, good catch. Yeah, that's an insane catch. Hold on, let me lock back in, bro. I missed like 3 or 4 good plays. Slant, out. That's a good route. I like that. See, he's on an island over here. Not quite. Is this a flood route? It is. Yeah, because it's a go route on the outside. Yeah, so this is just a flood concept. So it's 1, 10, and then... So it's going to be... I wish I could draw on my screen, but it's a 1 from my... Number 18 is going to run this flat. 88 is going to run the out. And a mandatory outside release from the widest guy. If it's man-to-man coverage, this 10-yard out has to win. Because ain't no arrow route beating no man-to-man coverage. And I guess the fade could win, but it looks like if you have CeeDee Lamb on a 10-yard out, he has to be reliable to be able to catch the ball. So I bet you they just called this as a flood concept. And then from then on, CeeDee Lamb realizes that he has man-to-man, so he puts some sauce on it at the top of his route. Now, if you're a younger receiver watching this, I'm not just going to go out of my way and be like, let me just do this just in the middle of a game for the first time ever. No, he practiced this in routes on air, and his quarterback knew he was going to do this versus a man coverage look on this specific route, on this specific play versus specific coverage. So don't just get ahead of yourself and just start doing stuff just to do stuff, young receivers. But at the same time, though, you need to learn how to be able to play the chess match game. And hey, if it's flood and it's man coverage, the 10-yard out, wide receiver number 2 has to get the ball. Ooh, that's a good route. It's poor by the DB, though. See, look how far he opened up. He was scared to get beat over the top. Like, you should never be opened up to the point where your hips are actually at the goal line. You should keep your hips at him. If anything, here, I'll stand up to show you. Like, when you're in your back pedal, you want to back pedal here, and then when you open up, you don't ever want to get past 90 degrees. Because if you open up too far, now you're giving a receiver a blind spot to run into. So 43 on the screen here, he's turned like almost 180. So now he has to do a full spin around to get back to the ball. Let me see how he played this, actually. How did he play this? And what do you know? He's a step behind. Yeah, good for him, though. Catch, tackle. That's a good route. Good route. Honestly, good recovery from him, too. Ooh, that's a good route. I wonder if that's a called route or if they knew he was going to do that. But, I mean, look. That looks like something he's practiced a lot of times. Snap down, 2, 3. Bow. It's a good route. Cut up the field. It's a good route. I don't have much to say about it, though. Like, it's kind of a circle route. Like, on a linebacker. Good route, though. I like the spin move, too. Young guys, the thing that will separate you if you're trying to go D1, your ability after the catch is going to be the thing that separates you. Like, I'm so serious. Like, coaches can teach you how to run route. They can teach you how to catch the ball. They can teach you the plays, but they can't teach you how to have the confidence to do a spin move versus a guy or stay in bounds and do a juke back in. So if you want to go and be a great football player as a young guy, learn how to go after the catch. Nobody's ever going to teach that to you. I've yet to see a trainer train guys to be able to be good after the catch, with the exception of those like crazy elaborate running back drills that I see on Instagram of like jump cut through the back under the hurdle, you know what I'm saying? But outside of that, just really work on it in game. That's the only time you're going to be able to work on it. Ooh, that's a really good route. That's a really good route. I want to look at number 21. Oh, yeah, he's definitely playing some sort of zone coverage. And you can tell because he's in the open hip stance. So what a lot of guys don't realize about the open hip stance is like, yes, the DB is going to be vulnerable to his blind spot in his back. So like, yes, he's over here on this left side. He's vulnerable. But he's also vulnerable in between wherever he is at and his safety, post safety. He's standing further than the hash where my thing is. But there's a huge gap because he has outside leverage. So if he were to run this glance route, that is an easy throw and catch for the, that's actually routes on air. So you have to understand that this guy is super excited to jump on any inside route. And then let's look at his footwork too. Oh yeah, that's that 1-1-2 footwork. Did he do it? Right, left. Yeah, he did. So look, he went right, left. And by using, so what he really did was on this right foot right here, he put his heel in the ground first. So that way he was able to slow down, right? And then he was able to come right, left. You know what I'm saying? Like, those are the kind of things that you don't know to look for if you're just a fan watching the game normally. But that footwork, because like you would think that you're faster if you just run right, left at a perfect stride and just snap off the cut clean. But by slowing down and actually hitting that right, left footwork, getting in flat, it's a good route. It's a good route, man. So he threatened him where he was actually... Oh, wait. Let me lock in. My bad. This is just an off-man slant. And good route. It's pretty routine, though. I'm not going to lie. Oh, is this a scramble? That's quarterback chemistry. You see a lot of guys talk about quarterback chemistry in a sense of, like, timing and routes. But honestly, I would say that it's more important in the scramble drill. Like, once a quarterback rolls out of the pocket and the called route isn't a thing anymore. It's not alive. You just got to get open, you know? Your ability to read the quarterback's mind and get to the spot where he wants you to get to, that's a real talent. And I would say that Travis Kelce and Patrick Mahomes are the best at that. Your quarterback is a big important factor when it comes to that scramble drill. So, ooh, that's a good catch. What the heck? Yeah, bro, like that's where being 6'3" helps you out. Catch, 1, 2. Yeah, not even nothing. He's just a grown man, bro. You can't even coach off that. I would say, like, I would like to see him, like, rip the ball away, but, bro, I mean, if your hands are that strong, you don't got to tuck it, bro. Good for you, dog. I guess he got there at the end. I'm hating. Slant, whip route. That's honestly pretty routine, too. That's a big hit, though. Like, those are the kind of hits you're going to take if you play receiver. It's a big hit. Motion. See, this is what I was trying to talk about earlier. See, they bumped off him, so you know it's zone coverage. This guy's in an open hip stance, so you know he has a post safety over here. He widens them. That's a crazy catch, too. That's a freak athlete catch. Widened receiver. So here, once he gets across, you can tell it's zone because they're bumping along instead of this linebacker tracking all the way across the field with him. You can see it's too high structure. He widens the DB. Boom. Nah, it's an insane play. Once again, this spray release, so releasing wider than his route actually goes, because, like, look, he starts halfway between the hash and the numbers here. If anything, is closer to the hash probably, because I started a little bit late. Yeah, he's closer to the hash. He sprays it, widens, gets all the way to the middle of these numbers here. And that just creates a bigger window for this quarterback to be able to throw the ball. So now he comes back. It's a grown man catch, bro. He's a big dude. It's a good route. It's a hard one for the DB. Because you got to play inside out. Because slants are easier than corners, but not in the red zone. Pretty much anything in the red zone is an easy throw for a quarterback. Because it's not like a 50-yard bomb. It's all going to be like short passes, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, good play by the DB, though. Like, it just happens in the red zone sometimes, man. It's a good route. See how he snapped down. Yeah, that's something that I used to mess up a lot too. When I was a young receiver, like a freshman in high school, I was never able to get to this like athletic position when I was running my routes. So like I'm telling you, I would run the route, boom, 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 and then I would sink back in my postures. Like I'm running and I'm thinking, hey, 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 to get back. Whereas what you really got to do is you got to run and be forward and then sink down into it. So instead of leaning back, you got to lean down. And that's something that takes a lot of like time to learn, and it's not intuitive, especially for the young receivers, because every other change of direction thing that you do, like if you want to go this way, all you have to do is lean your upper body in that direction, and now you can go. Like say you're running an out route, and you run, boom, lean the body, and now we're rolling. But it's so counterintuitive that if you want to go backwards to the ball, I have to move my upper body forwards. But really what you're doing is you're getting closer to the ground. You're controlling your center of gravity, so that way you can actually turn the body and work back to the catch point. You know what I'm saying? So, good route by CeeDee Lamb. See, and did he break that tackle? Dude, he might have kept going. I don't know why they cut the clip. I was trying to see that, but hey, it's all good. It's a good catch. After the catch, man, I'm telling you, after the catch is brutal. That's where he fumbled? Oh, he might have been down. But nah, that's a pretty routine clip, though. I'm not going to lie. Like, it's just a slant timing. That's routes on air, bro. Good job on the quarterback finding the right window. But yeah, that's routes on air. Hold on to the ball, though. Once again, you can see him, like, that's 2 yards of separation. It's a good route. One, two. All right, these are getting pretty routine. Like, I liked when we had, like, the good routes earlier. Not that they're bad routes. Routine catches are still... Did he stay up? Oh, my gosh. Wait, let me see that again. But, yeah, I'm not playing that in slow motion. We're playing that 2-speed. Yeah, that's a crazy catch. Like, another thing, too, being able to... I caught that pause at an insane time. What the heck, bro? What the heck? Yo. I forgot what I was talking about this last round. What was I saying? Oh, yeah. Being able to catch the ball with one hand. Like, one of my pet peeves about receiver is people that will catch the ball with one hand when you could have caught it with two. Like, if the ball is right here and you're catching it, like, you know, like, you could have easily gotten two to it and just tucked it. Like, there's no reason to be fancy there. The coolest one-handed catches are the ones where it was so far out of your reach where your second hand actually couldn't have gotten there. So, like, if the ball's here, and I'm catching that with one. But if it's here, I'm catching it with two, and I'm making sure that I make the play, you know? And it doesn't happen a lot in the NFL, but it happens a ton when you just see guys, like, playing 7-on-7, or you see guys just playing catch on practice. But if you're just playing catch, have fun. My bad. I'm hating. Just have fun playing football. I'm glad that you're playing football. It's better than, like, soccer. Nah, no diss to soccer. Don't play. Let me just keep playing the video, bro. But yeah, being able to bail your quarterback out, though, with a one-handed catch and extending the catch radius, that's a huge plus. Huge plus. Run forward. The corner curl. Once again, it's that scramble drill, man. See, like, look at this. Look at this. He comes out of this route right here. Boom. And his timing says that he's going to get the ball. But I promise you his peripheral vision saw Fred Warner. That's who that is, right? So now he says, hey, if Fred Warner's coming at me, I'm going to go and replace where he just was. Now the scramble drill comes. Like, it's hard because I've had coaches in the past that will say on scramble drill, you just literally run the same direction that the quarterback is running and then hope that he's able to fit it in between you and the sideline. But that's not the case. It really takes another level of connection and understanding how are we going to get open versus defense. And the receiver has to be able to read the coverage just as well as the quarterback does, or else it's not going to work. So, and like, we also saw that's true because of that one clip earlier where he slammed on the brakes after he caught the ball on that sluggo, let dude go flying past him, and now he's about to score a touchdown. He didn't even look to see if the free safety was going to come and smack him. He just knew he was going to be there because he knew what the coverage was pre-snap off of the motion. So, yeah. See another route here. Good split release. He really likes that split release. His favorite releases are like the foot fire, like 1, 2, 3, but he keeps his hip square when he does it. And then he also loves that like in the air, float a little bit, put both feet in the ground, and then we're gonna wait, how do you catch that? I get busy to myself just like trying to analyze, and then I'm missing stuff. That's a good catch, man. Man, I feel bad for that DB. He was there too. Let me see the start of that play. That's a really good spot by the DB, man. Man, that sucks. Sometimes, welcome to the dark side, bro. I'm sorry. You got to play CeeDee Lamb today, though, and that's just what he does. Ooh, that's a good route. See, this is something I want to emphasize. Running, you can tell he's not running full speed. Like, seriously, whether it's because he's tired or because he's trying to be smooth, either way, understand that he has more control over his body, not at full speed. I don't know. It's a good concept, bro. That's an offensive coordinator touchdown. Who's the offensive coordinator for the Dallas Cowboys? If you know, comment it down below, man. He's fast, too. See, like, that's a good juke, bro. I'm telling you, bro. Being able to juke is what separates, like, receivers that are really good route runners and the guys who go D1. I'm so for real. All of them can juke, especially at the high school level. If you can't juke a guy after you have the ball in your hands, it's going to be hard for you to make it, bro. And that's not hating. That's giving you something to work on. So, like, even in routes on air, what I'm doing if I'm you is, like, I'm catching and I'm practicing just giving one hard juke. Just so that way your body can feel what it's like to know, like, how to juke, like, at full speed. Even if it's not versus a real person. And then the hardest part, though, is having the confidence to do that in a real game. Like, you have to be really confident for that to work. Ooh, that's a good route. What was that, a post corner? See, this is just a zone. Like, they're playing the zone. Like, he's obviously a deep third. You can see him pointing like, hey, you take him because he just went in. So now he's climbing, looking for work. Wow. That's another offensive coordinator highlight. I'm not going to lie. And that was a first down, too. I was on second and medium. It's a perfect play call. Oh, he slipped. Man, the offensive coordinator for... Hey, he did it again, though. He knew it was the guy was going to be coming from pursuit. But, yeah, this offensive coordinator is cooking up some schemes, though, at the end of this clip here. How much more we got? We're only halfway through, bro. What the heck? Hey. Get up. CeeDee Lamb. Yeah, bro. Like, catching that and just knowing that the guy's coming, that's OD. Yeah, if you're in high school, you don't need to be reaching the ball for the goal line, bro. But once you get to college, you can start doing it. I ain't gonna lie. If you're in high school, you need to be running over people. See, like, he understands pursuit angles of defense so well. He understands the pursuit angles really well. Yep, get up. Ooh, that was a good rep, though, by number 4. Just happens on those crosser routes. I need to just let this play more, bro. Like, we're never going to finish if I keep hitting rewind. But I just love to, like, actually see the details, though. You know what I'm saying? Good catch. Break a tackle. Stiff arm. Where's he at in the slot? See, and then on top of this, too, I wonder what his initial route was. I wonder if it was really supposed to be something. I wonder if it was like a curl route or something. I obviously would be guessing, but I just say because he put his hand up like, hey, I'm going to keep going, and then Dak Prescott got him the ball. That's the only reason why I say that. Yeah, we don't need to be watching that. Good catch. Good catch, but, like, I'm trying to analyze routes, bro. Like, and you see that clap that he gave, too? That's a good clap, man. Like, he is so locked in with Dak Prescott. Well, that's a good route. Look at this. I don't know. Is that 36? Look, he was starting to undercut that. That's a really good defensive spot by him, too. Like, you're on the low side. You're going to be able to get in the lane if it's the ball's thrown. But then CeeDee Lamb almost takes this, like, he almost, like, jabs upfield just to make sure that he respects that CeeDee Lamb takes up and the quarterback throws the ball over the top. Then he's cooked. 36, he's honestly in a good spot, though. Like, right here, he's in a perfect spot. Like, especially versus that cross route in man coverage. That's the hardest route to guard in man coverage in the slot, is that cross route. Deep cross, 18, 22 yards. But here, CeeDee Lamb, he gives like a little stair step, and that respects the DB. He's like, okay, I got to get on top now, because if he takes up off the field, I'm cooked. Run up the field. Good route. Decent route. Routes on air, though. Good catch. I'm all for some routes on air. Ow! Ouch! Dang. And that's the kind of stuff that happens at receiver, too. Like, if you're scared to play football, like, I was scared to play football for the longest time. Probably all the way up until my sophomore year of high school, I was, like, really, really scared of contact. And then it came back a little bit my freshman year of college, but not nearly as severely. But if you want the safest position to play defense. I'm telling you. Because stuff like this happens on offense, and you have no control over what happens to your body, but you have to go up, jump, and make the play. But if you're on defense, you're going to be doing the same amount of contact. It just depends if you want to know when the hit's coming or if you don't want to know when the hit's coming. So that's what I would tell my younger self, because I was scared to hit, bro, and I was like, yeah, I'm just play receiver. But, bro, like, looking at hits like this, man, bro, you just got dumped on your head. Oh, I remember seeing this. I remember seeing this clip. Scramble drill again, bro. What a throw from Dak. Oh, wait. What did DB do? He just fell? Damn. That's crazy. Yeah, DB, you can't just be falling, bro. And that's the moment of truth, my boy. That's an insane catch. He really used his fingers. You really got to use your fingers. He's practiced that a lot of times. You can tell, bro. You can tell he's practiced that a lot of times. What's this guy drawing 1 and 2 on the screen for? Oh. See, that's a good scramble drill. I wonder what the flag was for. Let me see the replay. It's a good route. Once again, you see like one high structure, one high safety. He's going to widen the guy that's covering him man-to-man. Now he's giving his blind spot to where his help is. That's honestly a good strategy if you're a DB. Because if you're going to get beat, you want to get beat to where your help's at. But just a good ball by CeeDee Lamb. And then once again, you see as soon as he catches this ball, he's making a play on this free safety. And that's going to help him not take a lot of hits too. So, dang, is that the last clip? That's the last clip, man. Hey. All right, well, this was a new style of video for me, man. I'm for real. Like, I'm tried to, like, really hyper-analyze the stuff that I've been talking about. Like, okay, I'm going to talk about this step and this route on this coverage. But I think that, honestly, I give better advice if I can just talk some ball. So that's what this is going to be for a while, man. I'm just going to talk some ball on here. And, yeah, if you're watching this, shout out to you, man. All glory to the King. All glory to God. Y'all boys be easy, man. Y'all boys be easy.